and welcome back to Scrumpy's Ranch. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of planting, and I'm going to be using a little tip that I saw online where you use empty toilet roll tubes as your little plug pots, as I call them. So as you can see, there's 3 different types here. They're all actually the same. This is the start, this is the middle, and this one is a filled pot. But what we're going to go through today, I'm going to show you how you can make these little pots yourself. It's super easy. You just cut and fold the bottom. That's not a very good example, but there's a bit of a better one. Here's another one. And these are perfect little pots because obviously they're made of cardboard, and cardboard is biodegradable. So basically you can start your seeds off with these and then put the whole thing down in the dirt, and just like that it'll grow from there. So they're the perfect little plug pots. So what we're going to do now is we're actually just going to make one of the pots, and they are super simple. Basically all you need is your little toilet roll tube and a pair of scissors. What I've done is I've put this little mark on the pair of the scissors, so that way I just go up to the line and then chop. And that's what you do. Chop there, chop on the other side, chop there, chop there. So now you've got a total of 4 cuts in the end of your tube. And then what I tend to do is I find the smallest one and I fold that one over first inwards, and then I do the one next to it, the one next to that, and then here's the trick. Here is a line from the second folded piece of cardboard. So what you do is you fold the other one over, push it in with your thumb until that piece of card locks against that piece of card. Now you've got a little solid pot that we can fill up with some lovely compost. So you just want to chuck your compost in loose, tap it down, a bit more compost up in there, tap it down till we're nice and full, just like that. And there we go. There is a perfect little plug pot. And this is a perfect little job that you can get your kids to do as well, because if you've got a kid that's old enough to use scissors, perfect. And if you've got a kid that isn't old enough to use scissors, you can at least make the pots and then dish it off to one of the kids and say, there you go, fill that one up. Well, just like this. Filling them up then. Hayley is filling up some pots. Yeah, I know, look. When it's this full, you just brush it off so it's nice and level with the top. Then we pop that in there. There you go. You keep going then. Yeah, keep going then, Hayley. Stop checking the camera out. Come back round here. You're in the way of it now. But they don't want to see your big head, do they? They come round here. Silly Hayley. They don't want to see your big head. You stay there.
No.
Yeah, keep filling them up then. Got all of those to do. So keep that in. All done. Well done, Hayley. Hayley's filled up our pots so we can get some lovely plugs on the go. This is why I love these cardboard tubes, because we can just plant them straight in the ground, can't we, Hayley?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
No.
Here's some I done the other day, or about maybe a week and a half ago. These are my spring onions, as you can see, grown very nicely. These are about ready to actually go out now. All of these plugs are actually going to be going up to the ranch, so all of these will be planted up there as soon as I can next get up there, which will be tomorrow. So really excited about getting more stuff planted up there, because things are going really well up there and I'm really happy with it. Yeah, these they may look like little pieces of grass, but they're not grass, they are actually spring onions, I do promise you that. These are quite easy as well, because obviously with some things, when you grow them, something like tomatoes or cucumbers, something like that, you only actually want one plant in each of in all of these plugs. So what you would do is you'd make a small hole in the middle. Let me do a little example here. Okay, so now that we've got our pot, what we'll do is we'll plant a couple of cucumber seeds. So we'll rip this one open. And what we want to do is we want to take just a couple of the cucumber seeds. Sorry, there's someone using a saw over the way, if you could hear that in the background. Hopefully not, but it's pretty loud and annoying while I'm here trying to do this. But anyway, what I do is I take 2 cucumber seeds or tomato seeds, and these are for the kind of plants where you only want to plant one of them at a time, or have one plant growing at a time. With the spring onions over there, I will show you the best way to do them in just a moment. So what I'm going to do is just going to take my little scissors here. I'm going to make a nice little hole in the middle. Jesus, it's windy out there today. That's just nearly knocked my partner's cup over. There we go. Got a little hole just in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2 cucumber seeds, just here, 1 and 2 little cucumber seeds, just like that. And what I do with these plugs is I will put 2 seeds in every hole. Then if one doesn't work, the other one might. If they both grow, I can thin them out, and that would be best for that. Now all that one's going to need is a little bit of water, and then put it into a tray, and off it goes. And what I'll be able to do with that is, if I want to plant it in a container, as soon as that starts growing and it gets its first set of true leaves, I will be able to just plant that straight into a large container and hopefully grow another awesome cucumber plant, because the family really enjoyed the cucumber plant that we grew last year. I'm not sure if these seeds are actually going to work though. I'm trying to do another little experiment this year with some older seeds that I've got, because these seeds here are sown by 12/20/23, so technically they're about 2 years out of date, almost 2 years out of date. So yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to grow, but I have had seeds that have been past their time and they've grown in the past, so we will soon see. I'm also going to be planting some of these Mr. Fothergill's tomato money makers. Get some nice juicy tomatoes. I'm going to be planting some of them in a plug. So here is the box of plugs that my daughter Hayley filled in for us earlier. Here we go, let's just zoom out, there we go. And then, yeah, this is great, yeah. Nice and easy filling. A little bit of easy work for the kids, gets them involved, gets them off their technologies and out in the garden, in the fresh air with the sunshine, which is obviously a much better life to live than sitting on technology. I've been guilty myself of sitting on technology. Sometimes I still am, but it is much better to get outside. Something really refreshing and, what's the word? It gives you that sense of achievement when you've actually gone out and you've done something. Because even just doing anything other than just sitting around at home, it's great for you, it's great for your spirit. And I find that growing plants is one of the best things for your spirit. It's also great for your health because you're growing your own food, and it's much better to eat food that you've grown yourself than the stuff that you get from the supermarkets. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on. Let's get back to this. Okay, so what I'm going to use this permanent marker. I'm going to stick a couple of holes in all of these. Now I need to be careful here because I've got to remember which ones I put in where. And there's another great way that you can do that. If you get a milk bottle and then you cut the side out of the milk bottle, you can actually cut them into little label shapes, and then you can use them as labels. Just write on them with your permanent marker there and be away. Might be planting these a little bit too deep, I'm no expert, but here we go. We got a bunch of holes in all of these, and we're going to get some tomatoes in here now. So let's get these in now. Tomatoes, the way they grow, you're going to have somewhere to tie them up. They love a greenhouse. Greenhouse is always a good place for tomatoes because you've got areas where you can tie them up and do the plant. Because last year I didn't tie my plant up. I thought, well, why can't I just leave it in the pot? If it was in nature, it would just be in the pot, right? Well, I did that, and the plant got so heavy on some of its branches, it literally was collapsing in on itself, which is a bit of a disaster, really, in the grand scheme of things. But we did get some lovely tomatoes off of that last year. But this time, we're using shop-bought seeds, not ones from a fruit that we've got ourselves. These ones are, again, individual plants you want these. So I'm going to take a couple of seeds at a time, and I'm going to drop a couple of seeds at a time in the hole. I'll do 6 of these. So that's 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So again, I put 2 seeds in each. When the plants get a little bit bigger, I will be able to thin them out and pick the best one. And then these ones will be going into individual pots as well. Now I'm thinking of just doing my tomatoes at home and not at the ranch, because as I've said before, can't get out to the ranch every day, and things like this need quite a bit of water and stuff like that. So, but there we go. So there we got our tomatoes planted in there now. I'm not going to show you everything I've planted because I've got a bunch of these already done. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take all of these out, and then we can move on, I think, and we can move on and do some more planting outside in another way that I like to grow, which is in containers. Now, container growing is great if you don't actually have that much space to grow anything. You're growing at home, you don't want to dig the garden up, you don't want to make a raised bed at home or something. You just grab yourself a container, chuck some compost in it, get some seeds in it, and grow yourself some of your own food. It is so much better than the shops, I can promise you that. But what we need to do now is get our carrots into this basket. This is what kids should be doing instead of sitting on Xboxes and stuff. Playing with dirt, getting their hands dirty, getting down with nature. It's much better than sitting around playing Fortnite and wasting your life. So do more of this. People need to do more of this with their kids these days. I'll tell you what, she loves it. Most of the time she's just under my feet all the time whenever I'm doing anything in the garden, which is great, but also extremely annoying. She's like a little lost puppy sometimes, but look at her. Look at her, she's loving life. Is it all gone again?
Yeah.
Oh, you better put more in there next time then. That. Love it. That's perfect. That's just what you want to see, that is. So now I've moved on to one of my baskets. Now I love these shopping baskets. I think they're great. They're a lovely size. They're nice and deep, so you can grow some nice veg in there, like some nice carrots and stuff. They've obviously got these handles, so we can carry them around if we need to. And that is another good thing about these containers as well, is when you are growing in a container, you kind of don't have to worry about the frost so much, because you can pick your containers up and then move them around, take them indoors if you think there's going to be a frost in the night. And basically what that means is that you can get some things planted out quite early, actually, if you're doing it in containers, because you do have that possibility of moving it around. And obviously another thing, unfortunately for some reason my video just decided to stop recording there and I didn't notice, so I've just planted all of the rest of the seeds in the rows. Some of them, obviously I've got a few too many seeds, like here and in some places, but I did actually do a big whole spiel then about how container growing is one of the best ways that you can grow, because you've always got the possibility to move your baskets around, move your containers around and put them in sunny spaces. If you've got a garden which doesn't get sun in one spot all day, what you can actually do is just move the container around into the different places to make sure that it gets sun all day, and that's perfect. So I had 5 rows of carrots that I decided to plant in this basket, which is pretty good. I think that's going to give us plenty of carrots just from this one basket alone. Obviously we've got some more carrots planted up on the ranch, but yeah, these containers are actually the best thing to do. Obviously you use whatever you want. If you've got a plastic tub, something like that, pop some holes in the bottom and use it to grow something in. I've even seen people growing in cardboard boxes. If you can get a decent, strong enough cardboard box, you can even plant in there. So that's really good. So now what I need to do is just make sure that I remember this has got carrots in it. So I'll just write that here on the edge of the basket. So now that we've got all of the things that we want to get planted today planted, it's time to go and water them. Because everything needs watering in. Whenever you're planting any seeds, the best thing to do is start off with your compost, spray the compost lightly. Spray the compost lightly so it's slightly damp. Plant your seeds and then just completely smother them in water and make sure they're properly soaked through. Then just leave them for a few days. It'll be dead simple. Sooner or later we're going to have some stuff growing here, so let's go and water them. So this is our other basket that I planted out the other day. As you can see right here, we've got a couple of little red onion sets and we've got some brown onion sets. And on this side, we've got some spring onions planted. So this red basket is our onion basket and the green one is our carrot basket. So that's perfect. Okay, so it's just time to water this basket because the red one has already been watered. I'm going to give this a good soak in. Just like this. That should hopefully help those seeds grow. Should soak up all into the compost. Should get some lovely carrots on the grow. Oh, I'm so excited for this year of growing. Can't wait to get all that food in my belly again. Oh, it was so good last year. So I decided to bring up my spring onion pots, as I call them, that I've made out of the toilet roll tubes. And I'm going to show you how easy these things are to use. Alright, so basically what I want to do is I want to put some of these around the edge of this bed so I can plant more stuff on the inside. And because they're in these little cardboard tubes, it's actually super easy, because all I need to do is stick myself the hole, drop it in, backfill it round, hopefully not get any of these leaves caught under the dirt. Okay, backfill that back in, and there we go, that's one. So today done loads of different planting. Obviously these ones are from slightly before, but these are my lettuce, and what I do with the lettuce is I normally plant 2 seeds. I plant 2 seeds and then I pick the strongest one, I rip the other one out, and then I keep the best one to grow that one forward. But I always plant 2 seeds in case one fails. But as you can see here, they've actually all worked apart from these 2. There's only 2 that have not come up, but I do have bonus ones in other ones where I dropped a few too many seeds. So that's another thing that I do love about these little cups. It's all written on the other sleeve, but I do remember what they are. We've got 4 grape seeds that I got from a grape planted here. These 3 here are cabbage, and these 8 over here are our corn. So yeah, we've just done a whole bunch of planting out today. Obviously we've got our baskets over there, we've got our tomatoes planted today, got some cucumbers planted today. So yeah, really booming. Oh, I'll put a load of sprinkle seeds down on here that'll give us a lovely, hopefully a lovely array of orange and purple flowers, so that'll be really, really good. But yeah, there's quite a bit of work that still needs to be done here in the garden to get things growing again. This is obviously my strawberry basket. These are all my strawberries that I got from runners, so happy that they're all still green this year. Little bit of growth down here on our raspberry bushes, but the rest of them do not look very well. But there is lots of these little buds on here which do signal new growth, so I'm really looking forward to getting them because Hayley loved them. But yeah, that was just a nice little video of what I'm planting out in the garden and how you can do it as well by just saving money, using toilet roll tubes, bit of compost, some seeds, and you're away. You can just get going. Obviously using your containers and your different pots and stuff, you can grow whatever you want. This is my blackcurrant bush. I'm really looking forward to when this comes back, and as I've just seen, it looks like this little bud here is just about to burst out now, so that's perfect. I'm so excited to get that because I didn't actually get any blackcurrants last year and I was very disappointed. But yeah, all the ends of these sticks, actually all of these buds are starting to open up now, so yeah, perfect. Really gonna love it. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit now. But if you enjoyed this video, I do really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button so you can catch all of our next videos, and leave a little like on this video because that really helps us out. It gets our videos out there so other people can see them. But yeah, so excited. Anyway, I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.